All right, so I did decide to go ahead and do a four-wheel alignment to the X5. Um, I'm in the rear of the vehicle now, and then I'm gonna let you guys see the measurements. But it's a little tricky to see. But one of the first jobs I actually did to this X5 was I put some new air springs in on the rear. So typically, what happens with the air springs is they'll leak down and that caused the rear of the vehicle to sag. And so the sagging got so bad that every time you go over a bump, the thing would just, it'd be bottoming out, and it would make a kind of like a bang noise every time, and you could feel the whole back of the vehicle going up and down. It was a very unpleasant ride. So that's one of the first things I fixed on here. And then also the air compressor for the air suspension. Let me see. That sits in this area right here. That's under here. So that air compressor was running loud, and about 6 months later the air compressor failed. That's one of the jobs I did right before I started, before the customer wanted to do like the oil filter housing and the belts and all of that stuff. That's stuff that I saw that I recommended, but he decided that he wanted to go ahead and fix those things too. So yeah, these are the control arms. This is pretty much gonna be like all in the same video, just showing you guys the progression. So yeah, but these are the alignment specs right here. So after any type of suspension job or control arm replacement, it's always a good idea to do an alignment. I did do an alignment to it after we put the front tires on, because I put he purchased 2 front tires that I had one of my buddies that work in the tire department put on. So these front tires are new. These Pirelli. He's been in some mud, so they look a little rough. But these are the Pirelli. These are the correct the Pirelli P0s. They're the correct star rated tires for the vehicle. Pretty much what star rated means, this vehicle is all-wheel drive, so the right tires can affect the performance of the transfer case. The transfer case has clutches in there that can prematurely wear out. So I'm getting a little bit off subject here, but I can go on and on talking about technical stuff. But that's another video for another time. But I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this alignment knocked out. So we got all our need to start at the rear. So I'm adjust the rear of the vehicle first, and what I'm doing is a 4-wheel alignment. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rear camber toe set first, and then I'm gonna come up and finish up with the front. So, and after that, the vehicle already drives good. I've driven it, with the new control arm. So that little movement that this thrust arm had when braking, that's gone. And it rides a lot smoother. The suspensions and the steering's a lot tighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this alignment knocked out and show you guys what a good alignment looks like. All right, I got the rear alignment perfect on this thing. So I just want to let you guys know, one of the most important thing is to keep your alignment maintained on your vehicle. So at least once a year or every 15 to 20,000 miles, you want to maybe go to your local dealership or any shop that you trust locally to get your alignment done. One important thing is the rear toe. That controls how straight the vehicle goes. So it basically doesn't matter, like some places like to just do toe and go. Like basically what they'll do, this is the front here, I'm about to adjust that next, but they'll go in there and pretty much just try to set the front toe, and they won't mess with the rear. That's why on these vehicles they call it, that's why they require a four-wheel alignment, because you need to adjust rear camber, toe, and then front toe at least. But some vehicles have camber adjustment, but most of the newer vehicles don't have any camber adjustment. So there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out. All right, so here go the front. So I got the front nice and straight and adjusted pretty good. All right, so the alignment is done. These are my final values. So pretty much if everything goes within spec, you get a screen like this that's all green. Pretty much whatever shop you go to or place of business that that does your alignment, they should give you a sheet like this, pretty much outlining what it was when it came in, which is the before measurements, and what it is now, which is the after measurements. And you can kind of see, even though you know you may not know what some of these things is, like toe camera, this, that, and the other, you can kind of see what hey they did adjust this on the right of the rear of the car, the left rear, and the front. So you can kind of visually see something for, you know, those of you who are not, you know, mechanically inclined to know anything about cars. You kind of visually see something. You visually see something that kind of lets you know they did something to my car, and it looks to be per this paper within spec. So that's kind of what you want to see. Alrighty, so I'm driving the X5 down the road. Steering wheel nice and straight, everything is good. As you guys know, I did that alignment yesterday. So the steering feel, when you brake and everything, feels good. I don't feel that movement in the front end like I did when the old control arms were on there. So the new control arms have repaired and fixed our issue. So I just want to let you guys know that, like, every now and again I may drop a few gems, just like I explained about, you know, having alignment done when you have a shop replace those control arms. Any type of suspension work that's done to your vehicle, it could be just the minimalist thing that you can replace, whether it's a control arm, especially a tie rod end. And sometimes if you take the strut out of some vehicles, you will run into an issue where it may throw your alignment off slightly. And also you got to look at worn bushings and things like that. Worn bushings, that causes play in your suspension, so that affects your alignment every time you go over a certain bump or a certain road condition where your control arm moves. If it's got abnormal wear, then it's moving more excessively than it normally would. And so all those factors affect your alignment. So even you putting a new part in, it's going, like, you got new bushings, so they're stable. So the relocation of it back to a normal condition, and it already has been, the vehicle's already been used to a worn condition. You put the new part on, like, even by a few millimeters, it can move here and move there. So it's a good option just to go ahead and just get an alignment done when you're doing certain type of suspension things. Thank you guys for checking out Cool Fred's Beamer Tech. If you like the videos, if you like the type of content and videos that I make, like the videos, subscribe to my channel, refer and share the videos to a friend. Everybody has that family member who's a gearhead. They like working on cars, and they might like BMW and things like that. So like and share my videos. Thank you guys for hanging out with me with another episode of Cool Fred's Beamer Tech.